moderate the session as well as guide you through the questions and answers as well as keep track of time. So what we have today is we'll have a keynote speaker present to us for about 40 minutes. Then we'll be going on to a Q&A session, about 20 minutes. And then we'll be having a closing remarks after that. So that's the general agenda. Without further ado, let me introduce to all of you the keynote speaker for the morning session. It's my pleasure to invite on stage and right after I come down from the podium, Dr. Nurazzura Mohamad Diah. Dr. Nurazzura is an associate professor at the Department of Sociology and Anthropology at the International Islamic University. She received a PhD from the University of Western Australia, Perth, in the field of medical anthropology, and later did her studies on entrepreneurship from LRN, UK. And prior to that, she has completed the digital entrepreneurship training with Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation, MDEC, and also has been teaching digital entrepreneurship as part of the course syllabus since 2018. And in 2022, she was appointed as the head of academic and social entrepreneurship in the Entrepreneurship Development Center by the university, and later received the certification as entrepreneurship leader by the Higher Education Leadership Academy, ACAPT of Malaysia. She received several certifications like Google Educator, Cooperative Management, Risk Management, and for record, she has trained more than 340 students in digital entrepreneurship in the department, coaching students in business pitching, skills networking, and planning for entrepreneurship. Currently, she trains entrepreneurs in the community as well, and her background is generally in social science earlier, social science, anthropology, social and cultural anthropology, women's health, healthcare, education, reproductive health, youth, disability and minorities, health, beauty, and body image. All are areas of expertise that Dr. Nurazzura has contributed to as well. So if I were to go on describing the esteemed keynote speaker, I think I'll spend too much time, so let me stop there. But if you want to find details, it's available on the MNU website as well, and also available on the Theveli link that you have. So please feel free to browse. I'll invite Dr. Nurazzura to come on stage and present her findings. And today's keynote is about innovative learning spaces for lifelong learning transformation. So it's a mouthful, I know, but I think once you have an insight from the associate professor, probably we'll have a better understanding and we'll be opening the floor for your insights and your queries as well. So a very warm welcome and good morning to all of you, and let me invite Dr. Nurazzura on stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Azam. Good morning. How's everyone? Well, it's raining today. I think the God is crying because I'm the only female keynote speaker. All right, thank you very much for your participation today. I'm Dr. Noor or Dr. Noura, and I'm here nothing fancy. Please don't expect anything fancy from me. I'm just sharing of what I've done, and it works. So if you find some of the points presented, okay, today, then go ahead and try. If you want, if you ask me to make money, how I teach my student making a lot of money, well, we can go to a nice space and place, perhaps Mafushi. Well, before I click the next slide, I want to honor my son, my youngest son, all right? When I told him that Uncle Azam invited me for the second time to Maldives, he said, it's not fair. I should come with you, because last time when we came, it was on holiday. So I said, not to worry, I'll make sure you come in spirit, all right? So I want you to tell me, okay, what should I talk, okay, or what aspect should I deliver in my keynote? You know, being a Gen Z, they have all sorts of ideas, all right, this and that. And one point that really struck me when he said, Mommy, talk about me, talk about us, talk about our space. Your bedroom? Okay, yes, it's heaven, mommy. I don't think so. It's the opposite, all right? So he said, well, Maldives, it's the marine, it's the water, and everything. So I want you to put that photo. I'm not going to talk about marine life, the turtles, the fish, the sharks, all right? I'm honoring my son because that place, okay, has taught him a lot of things. To respect the ocean, to respect the marine life, and all those good things. So son, it's recorded, right? Okay, son, this is your contribution. All right. Okay, why this topic? Why now? We're talking about transforming spaces. We have heard about transforming places, not today, but many, many years ago. And transforming places is not only yesterday, it is today, it is tomorrow, and it is forever, all right? So these are the reasons why I bring to the fore, your attention to why I have transformed learning spaces in the campus, okay, at IIUM for my students, particularly in the anthropology department, okay, and yeah, some other departments as well, all right? Now, I think all of you agree with me that we are living in a world of rapid changes. We have AI now, we have all sorts of things, all right? And the kind of students, okay, we are teaching are totally different from us. Am I right? They're even better, good in technology, AI, all right? They have a different expectations, all right? They don't read books anymore except Facebook, all right? What else? Well, they are creative, okay? They ask questions, okay? They ask questions, and they're always on the go. They want things faster, and they want to see more tangible things. That is why teaching them theory is frustrating. I told them, all right, I teach you Karl Polanyi, I teach you Smelser, I teach you Karl Marx, but all of them, okay, I'm sorry to say, they don't look, good on website, okay, Karl Marx, black and white photos, all right? So they are not making connection, it's not so meaningful for them. So I said, okay, fair enough. Okay, I will make, okay, that request, that expectation meaningful, tangible, not for today, but for the next episode in your life, all right? So normally I listen to my students, all right? Every semester, when I step into the class, I ask them, how do you want me to teach this course? Okay? And I think most of them say, please, ma'am, not in the lab so much, because my course, entrepreneurship, is in the lab, okay, for marketing, things like that. So not so much in the lab, ma'am. Can we have something outside? Can we bring, okay, whatever you have taught in the lab outside and see whether what, okay, you taught us work. Now they are testing me, all right? So works. I said, okay, fine, you want to explore, okay, because they are adventurous. A group of students. And then accessible, okay? They work almost everywhere, at home, in their residential, colleges, cafes, okay, cafes, almost everywhere, all right? So learning is not only confined to the four walls these days, and yes, I have to be creative, all right? And affordable and adaptable, so not only my students, I, as an educator, I have, I need to adapt to all these changes. So these are the reasons why I'm here to talk about the transformation of our learning spaces, all right? Because my son said, Mommy, your learning space is, your temple. Say, what temple? Okay, the library, okay? You appear so holy, like a scholar. Because when you go to the library, okay, you are so serious, reading the book, am I right? Thinking, frowning, okay? I hope I don't appear holy today, although I still visit library, all right? So it is not for them. It is not for them, okay? And if you look at this pyramid, okay, I think most of us are familiar with this. If you look at the percentage, okay, of active learning, okay, it is at that level kinesthetic, all right, if you can see clearly, okay, discussion 50%, practice doing 75%, and teach others 90%. So we did well in giving lecture, am I right? Okay, but it is only 5%. Okay, it is only 5%. What about reading? Okay, 10% perhaps us, but student, I think, half than that. Okay, audio visual, all right, okay, as with social media today, demonstration 30%, discussion, but 75 and 90 is practice doing and teach others. So if we did not provide, conducive space for them, I think we will not achieve 75 and 90%. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me what are your motivation, Dr. Noor, only 4. Okay? I think I will stop early. Okay, only 4. We want to make a memorable adventure. All right? I learn new things from them. Students also learn new things from me. So it's a kind of a teamwork. I did not say that, I will not tell my student that it's all the time that you have to listen, because what? I'm the lecturer, okay? I know this topic, but we have to also welcome our students, because they have sometimes, although to me it's a crazy idea, but okay, let us, just give it a go and, test whether your idea works or not. So this memorable adventure, I will show you, okay, some photos, the outcome of the motivation and whatnot, all right? And they will remember, okay, they will remember whether you as the lecturer, okay, they remember the space where they learn a lot, all right? They will remember the outcome, okay, of that transformation, all right? Secondly, making connections, okay? Making connections with who? With the university, yes. With the industry, you will shortly see in some of the photos, okay? Making connection with the space, all right? The space will become a place if you give meaning, attach meaning to it, all right? And I will share at the end of my presentation the space that I hold close to my heart until today, okay? So making connection not only to, okay, the customers, the clients in the context of entrepreneurship, I'm teaching my course, all right, but to the place. So assign meaning, and that space, become a meaningful place. And they will want to revisit, come back again, okay, to the place. And they will tell others, hey, this is what, okay, we have achieved, this is what we have done, why not you, all right? Next, meaningful purpose. When we transform, okay, learning spaces, okay, for what reason? What is the aim? What do we want to achieve? All right? For my students, okay, they want to give back to the community. They want to make life better, not only for them as students, but for other people, for their beloved ones, their families, all right, for the faculty, for the department, and for the entire university. And that spirit, okay, they bring further, okay, to the next point, responsible enjoyment, all right? They are responsible and accountable, okay, to their learning process, okay, to the space. If they earn an income, what should they do? They should give back, okay, to the community. So being responsible, accountable, young entrepreneurs, okay, and at the same time, they can have, some fun with the money and have some fun also with new friends. So, all right, it's not easy actually, okay, to make all this transformation. Why? Because we must make sure that these 3 things, okay, should be together with us. Number 1, the institution itself. So I struggle to convince, okay, the department, the faculty members, okay, even the university, okay, to support what I'm doing. All right? Give me time, okay, give me that endorsement, okay, give me the time. I did not ask for money, yeah, all right, at that point of time. Now I'm demanding because of the results. I said, give me that endorsement, trust me, okay, I will deliver. And they said, yes, you can identify any spaces on the campus, all right, turn them into what you want it to be, to achieve your teaching objectives, to achieve students, okay, learning objectives, all right? We talk about course learning outcomes, we talk about a lot of outcomes, okay? Not only at the university level, okay, we have also outcomes at the ministry level, Ministry of Higher Education, okay, and other quarters in the society. So institutional readiness is crucial. Mm-hmm. If, okay, MNU, okay, did not, support transforming some spaces that you have identified around a campus, for example, the courtyard, okay, it is difficult, okay, to deliver what you have already planned with your students, all right? Secondly, available resources. As I said, when I first pitched to the university, I did not ask for money. What I want from them is endorsement, approval, give me the time, and please trust me, all right? So when I said available resources, it's not only, okay, on campus, but available resources outside campus. For that matter, okay, yes, please come in, okay. We make connection with industry outside. As I said just now, Azam has mentioned Google, all right? We make connection with the Malaysian Digital Economic Corporation for trainings and, industrial exchange, internship, all right? So that because our resources at the university is limited, we need other people outside the university to rescue, okay, to help us with this noble intention. And last but not least is our mindset. When I said our means we educators. If we are still complacent, giving lectures, just read the article, come back, okay, and tell me. And then next day, another article. And then the third article, fourth article, okay, I think students will not find, okay, learning interesting, okay, or perhaps you will not find teaching, okay, something inspiring. All right? So educators' mindset, yes, you have to ask yourself, am I still at the 5% of the pyramid, or am I, at the 90% or 75%? Your student can tell you, right? Okay, so these are some of the photos. I'm about to click now, all right? The spaces at our university that we have transformed. This is urban farming, all right? We have 8 to 10 residentials, okay, dormitories, okay? We call it mahala in IIUM, so it's the residential places for the students, and each residential, okay, they have a small garden, okay, they have a small garden. And one day, this one residential, okay, the principal of the residential came to see me and asked, what can we do with this space? Okay, Dr. Nura, okay, Dr. Nur. Being an entrepreneur, okay, when I see things, okay, I think I can make money with that. I told my student, when I see the courtyard, I think I can suggest some entrepreneurship activities there. Mm-hmm. All right, so I told them, why don't you prepare a proposal and pitch to the university management to turn that space into something lucrative, something sustainable, all right, for education. Okay, so they prepare a proposal, and yes, the university approved. That particular one space in the residential, they turn into a cucumber garden. Okay, if you can see, I'm sorry if the visual is not clear, but let me just explain to you. Well, if you see the 3 gentlemen, they are all run by the students, yeah. None of them, because we don't have agriculture program in our department, in our university, so we seek outside, help from the Department of Agriculture to supply us with a good seed, to supply us with all the trainings and whatnot. And the first batch of student is that, okay, she's the one who, measured the pipes, okay, my student who presented yesterday, all right, and then she said I was part of the team, and all of them, okay, boys and girls, okay, they work harmoniously together. They learn about the soil, they learn about, a lot of things. And the third photo there, all right, you see, is the outcome of that space. All right, and on the average, okay, one time harvesting the cucumber, they easily got like 50 kilos, 50 to 100 kilos, okay, depending on, the rain, the weather, 50 to 100 kilos. And the best part is, okay, the cucumbers, okay, are distributed, okay, to our cafes operators. Cafe operators. So cafe operators, they contact these students and said, hello, we need like 5 kilos of your cucumbers. They send, okay, another cafe, we need another, 1 or 2 kilos of cucumber. The students will send. Okay, this morning I told them that I will deliver my keynote, and they say, hey, look, okay, we are now learning to do cucumber mask. Because last time I told them, why don't you look into potential, future products? And one of the products that I suggested is the cucumber mask. And yeah, they are doing it this morning, all right? They always have this in mind, that when you have transformed these places, at the end of the day, remember to give back to the community. So what they did is they distributed for free, okay, few cucumbers to the neighborhood, to the nearby community, just to share that joy. Remember I told you just now, responsible enjoyment. Mm-hmm. All right, that is one space. Another space, okay, I contacted the VP of the bank. I negotiated with him. I said, sir, I do not want your money, all right? I want only your space. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want your space. If you look at the bean bag, the orange bean bags there, okay, those students are young entrepreneurs, startups, okay, at the university. So I told them that we're going to this one space at the bank, okay, and we will do some, training, discussion, things like that, all right? The VP of the bank asked me, what do you want to do with that space? We're not going to decorate the space. We're going to amplify learning, yeah, all right? Because students, like all of us, okay, we are trapped for a few days, okay, in this hall. And yesterday, when we were allowed, okay, to do something fun, okay, at Mafushi, okay, I look with interest that, hey, okay, they still have, okay, the energy to dance, okay, they haven't forgotten the beat, right, although they are, perhaps the same age of mine. That happiness, right? You give a different space and you will see that people will act differently. So I think, okay, a different space is good, okay, is good for learning, all right? So the bank VP said, all right, Dr. Noor, I agree, okay, I approve, you can come. Park your bus down there, all right, get the students to go up, I can't remember which level, the bank is very high, all right? Our officers will assist you, so let us know what do you need. So we spend the entire day, okay, there at the bank. Actually, it's a part of the library, but it was not utilized fully. So I've done my homework. I said, all right, I'm going to go to that space, all right? And that space, okay, for your information, has led to, okay, one of my students won the business pitching close to 14,000. Wait, whoops, all right. Okay, won 14,000 ringgit for his, okay, Malaysian ringgit, for his business expansion. All right, and that is the real stage, that is the pitching stage of the bank, who have, kindly, okay, loan us the space for learning, all right? So other than that, another space, okay, is another big space, garden. Okay, let me just bring, okay, here. Okay, it's a big garden. Okay, it's a big garden, and we were given a space when I requested. Okay, when I requested for a space, okay, for my student, the university said, "All right, I will grant you this space and do whatever you want, as long as you show the university the outcome." All right. The outcome is not only dollars and cents, okay, as I said, it is networking, it is improving business communication skills, and many others, all right? And this one is, I don't know what you call here, but it's just like a doorway from one block to another. Okay, block A to block B. Okay, there's one, space there. So the student, they set up like, we call it the BBA market. They team up with students from economics, okay, to sell their products in the university. All right. Earlier, I told you about being responsible and accountable. So my student said, all right, Dr. Azura, we have in our big mosque, the mosque is in the middle of the campus, there's a foyer there, okay? There's no activity, and the student said, well, why not? We talked to the big imam and requested to use that space. So they used that space, the foyer of the mosque, all right, to distribute free prepacked food, okay, for the community. So give back. For this particular cohort, okay, the entire class earned 70,000, okay, for their business. So I told them, I know you are not qualified for zakat, it's okay, all right, but you must share this with, okay, other fellow university members, all right. Now, every semester, I will conduct my class outside the lab, okay. I was given like 2 or 3 days, and this is where I conducted my lecture, okay. Well, actually, the big photo, okay, it's a huge tree here, okay. We took the photo under the tree, okay, and this is the space given to us, a business stand, all right, where we sell our product during graduation, convocation. The crowd is huge, okay, so students learn a lot of things there. Okay, interaction, how to manage, risk among others, okay, what do you do if you run out of stock, okay, how you talk to people, things like that, all right? Okay, just a few more slides, okay, I will end my presentation. Now, innovative learning space, ladies and gentlemen, needs us to learn and also lead. As an educator, we need to learn. Well, now about AI. AI is not, or AI belongs to only the ICT, faculty. AI belongs to engineering. No, okay. Whatever new things, okay, that comes, to us as an educator, we must learn. All right. I understand the concern about AI ethics and whatnot, but I think, well, we should give it a go. Remind our students and also ourselves to be ethical, because I remember we survived computers, am I right? When people make noise that computer will do this and that, all right? Alhamdulillah, thank God we survived. Okay, so hopefully we survived AI too. All right, so we have to learn and we have to lead, because students still, okay, look up to us as a researcher, as educator, as a scientist, all right, as a judge, all right, and any other profession of your respective fields. And mind you, transforming spaces is not only about the space, okay? Yes, we transform the space, but at the same time, it's all about nurturing talents, new talents. Are we going to produce a talent who just memorize? Are we going to produce some talents who are less creative, all right, to only just, do you understand my lecture? Yes, sir. Do you have questions? No, sir, okay? And then at the back, yes, they have a lot of questions, okay? So we want the kind of talent that we produce today, okay, because they will work in, they will become the workforce, am I right? So we want a different kind of talent to help us with, a lot of things out there. And as an educator and also university in general, all of us have to be responsive to change. It's unavoidable. Change is inevitable. Okay, whether you like it or not, okay, after listening to me, you have to make the change. When I start to transform the space, I was alone. Me, of course, and my student. And other faculty member, they have, a huge concern. Okay, do you think you will achieve what you plan? I said, I don't need anything. I need you to support me, to shower me with, kind words, okay, support me and trust me. Okay, now, alhamdulillah, I gain many followers, not on my social media, but, okay, at the faculty. All right, revisit regulation is also a must. You understand, okay, university, they have budget cut. University, have some challenges, limitations when it comes to providing efficient, sufficient resources, all right? So you have to pay attention to all this regulation, and at the end of the day, making transformation, you must ensure it is sustained and it is a long-term thing, all right? Remember, I told you before I conclude my presentation, I have a special space back in the University of Western Australia that taught me a lot of things. Although that space is very small, but until today, okay, this space is everywhere, on my social media, all right, on my laptop, all right? So if you are from Australia, okay, or you have visited Australia, I think Jacaranda tree is not, it's a familiar tree to you, all right? I love this tree because it blooms beautifully, okay, during summer. And during summer, as an international student, we did not return to our country. We are, asked by our supervisor, I go for holiday, you stay there and do your work, okay? It's okay. So every day, okay, during summer, I walk past this tree, and when PhD is tough, and I do not want to go back there, all right? Even my supervisor is super, super nice, all right? So the journey is lonely, all right? And this tree reminds me, okay, of courageous, never give up. And sometimes I cried, okay, because next to the tree is a long bench. I used to sit there and watch, and look at the tree, okay, standing majestically, okay, in front of that, that road. And after the tree, a few meters is the library, and my workstation is in the library, all right? So this tree remind me of no matter what, winter, autumn, spring, summer, okay, the tree is there, standing majestically. So why should I give up? Why? I must complete my PhD. So this space is very, I think, instrumental to me, right? And yes, all right, we are the key drivers in this transformation, ladies and gentlemen. And to conclude my presentation, innovative spaces is not all about pedagogical, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle, okay? It's the way you should, do in teaching, and transforming spaces should be supported. Okay, try. If you fail, try again. If you fail again, try again, because I've done that, all right? And if you haven't done the transformation today, okay, you need to start planning, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nurazzura. I will open up the floor for questions, and I think while you are preparing yourself, please raise your hand if you have any questions or queries or comments, and our team will pass you the mic as well. In terms of the Findings, I think one of the key elements of takeaway is that in terms of learning, I think the space that you utilize is going beyond the classrooms or the halls or the theaters that we are using in the libraries. So how do you lead on to those spaces? How do you utilize available spaces? All these things. I think on the findings that we have from the presentation by Dr. Nurazzura. So any questions from the floor? Please feel free to, raise your hand. Yeah, Dr. Ford.
Good morning. It was very interesting to listen to your presentation. Before I ask the question, I would just say my background is digital learning and adaptive learning, so I can relate to what you are saying. My question is, you mentioned that one of the keys of success is educators' mindset. My question is, we are Gen X generation. We actually adapted ourselves to the boomers when they were giving us the instructions. And now we have to adapt to Gen Z to deliver the instruction. So the question that I have been asked always is, why do we have to adapt every time? So why do we have to change our mindsets? Why do we have to change? So how do we actually address that question?
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, that is a super tough question. And I agree with you when you say that, okay? I have the same question last time. Why the university wants us to, change, do this and that. But when I look at my own son, I have 4 boys. I don't have daughters, all right? All of them are Gen Z, okay? All of them are Gen Z. And my own students, they are Gen Z. So when I stand in front of Gen Z, am I prepared? Okay, how can I, make my, wave of thinking acceptable by them, and they can accept me too. And you know what? Every time I ask my son, okay, what do you want a lecturer to do in the class? Mommy, please, okay, reduce your article. All right, mommy, please, okay, show them, or use social media, which I have. When I teach digital entrepreneurship, previously I have only Facebook. Okay, now I have all sorts of things. You name it, Twitter, I'm good at it. All right, so what is the Instagram? I make money out of that. Okay, I can remember that. TikTok. Okay, TikTok. I'm still learning. Because I'm a shy person, I don't used to speak like that, all right? I speak, in this manner. So I learn from them, okay? I learn from them. It's very sad. Why it is only us, okay? Because that is what the culture has taught us, right? Okay? For those who are from the traditional society, we hold strongly to our adat, our customary law, that you have to listen to teachers, you have to listen to the elders. Am I right? All right. But now, it is reverse socialization. Socialization those days, kids, children, you have to listen to your parents. Am I right? Okay. But today, I think it's more flexible. Okay, we focus more on student-centered learning, and we want learning for them to be meaningful. Okay, we want them to help us, team up with us, to solve this problem. All right. I remember one day when I got stuck in my entrepreneurship topic. I asked my son, how should I address this issue, mommy? Okay, this is what you should do. You use AI in your copywriting, in your lab. You do da. Okay, I said, okay, Bismillah, I tried. Okay, in the lab, it works. So whether we like it or not, as I said, we have to be adaptive. open up yourself, right? I mean, be more flexible, okay, come what may, all right? And yeah, give it a go and try. Okay, I'm close to retirement, okay, and I'm still learning from my Gen Z sons. It's okay, sir, I survive. It's okay, we appear, you do not know this? Mommy, you are noob. What is noob? You know, the new words, okay? It's okay. Just try. Trust me.
Thank you, Dr. Nurazzura. We'll take some more questions from the floor, if you can pass. I think Dr. Fawaz's question on, while we started running on a race and then the baton was passed to us, but the rules changed along the way, right? So we'll take a question from the audience.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Shafia. I have a very big question, actually. I mean, for my brain, it's a very big question. I don't know whether it's going to be a big one for you. While thinking about education system today, and the next education trend is going to be education 5.0. So our concern at this point of time is, since with all these technologies and evolution of a lot of new things, trends, and all this is happening in the education system, we are lacking the students' generation, or maybe the future generation, their connection with the community, which we call one of the pillars of 5.0. We don't actually nurture children to be community bounded, because they happen to be in isolation in their own circle with the technology and really are lacking that connection with the community. So what my question is, in the higher education system, what are we doing, or what could we do in order to bring that changes to build that generation community-oriented children? Because every time we happen to have these kind of conversation, we think about, even ask anybody, like in this forum probably, a very few people would be really willing to give to the community without something in return. So that thinking, that mindset we need to develop in our new generation, because we can't possibly think only with the materials or materialistic world. We need to think about the people. We need to be connected. And so the generation to have these skills developed as they study in higher education. So in the program or in the modules that we are teaching them, what could we do, or what changes we are going to bring into it? And also, I'm going to ask you this specific question. Are you, or have you had any kind of a conversation related to this particular concept when it comes to IIUM? Because I'm also a graduate of IIUM, by the way, and I'm very happy to acknowledge that. Thinking about the whole program, do you bring any changes to bring that mindset into your student generation, or to the lecturers or academic staff? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for the beautiful question, and hello, IIUM. All right, one strategy, one of the strategies that we did is to introduce social entrepreneurship in our class. And we expect not only students in the economics, to learn about social entrepreneurship. The university, in fact, the Ministry of Higher Education, they wanted as much as possible to other programs, nursing, medicine, science, mathematics, to have this entrepreneur mindset and to conduct at least one social entrepreneurship based on their own specialization. So in the faculty of, I'm from social sciences, human sciences, we have one social entrepreneurship course. And we have identified each faculty, one course that is qualified, to take up social entrepreneurship, and we train the lecturers, how to go about to tell them what kind of activities you should do until the tangible outcome. That is one. Number two, the Ministry of Higher Education also wanted our own student to actively come up with a project, to the community near the campus. Okay, we have identified two. Okay, the rural, the village folks, and also the Aborigines. Okay, I have worked with the Aborigines. Okay, that's on medical anthropology. So from there, we help the community. How can they market their traditional products? Okay, we help them in many aspects. So social entrepreneurship is not only for, as I said, it's not only for economic student, but the entire university in all in all faculty, in all programs. So I think if you want to start with social entrepreneurship, that will be good. Okay, number next. Okay, we collaborate with establish NGOs. Okay, establish SE. We call it SE, social entrepreneurship outside. Okay, and we bring them to the campus. Okay, to give or to train our own students and lecturers. Say, for example, if your resources are limited, so no one is trained on social entrepreneurship, we bring NGOs, and those certified social entrepreneurship trainers to the campus to teach us how we should start our program. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. I also happen to teach entrepreneurship. I agree with you, we need to create that innovative learning space. One of the challenges that we face is we have students who come to our classes after 4 o'clock once they finish their work, and because most of our students are full-time working students, so they finish their work and then they come to our classes. So what suggestion do you have, other than, what you have given right now, to encourage, to make our students actively engage? Because it will be very challenging, like if I wanted to take my students for one day and keep them in, an innovative space, it's going to be very challenging for me to do that.
Okay. On that note, I don't think so I can provide a solid solution, because I understand that MNU system is different from IIUM, because always is full-time, all right? But again, you can perhaps revisit, the activities that you can accommodate them given their situation. Perhaps they can use, because they are good at social media, you can get them to start with a vlog or a blog. I do not know what works here, all right? I think that is my suggestion. Or else I have to sit in your committee to advise. I'm just joking. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dr. Nurazzura. Any further questions from the floor? I think, while the mic is being passed, I think spaces need to be moved from physical sense to digital sense as well. That's, I think, what Dr. Nurazzura was highlighting as well. So, yes, please.
Thank you so much for the fascinating keynote and also for laying out new pathways to learning. I have a question about diversity. Let's assume that everyone would be teaching in these innovative learning spaces. Is there still a space for traditional teaching methods in all of this? And I give you an example. When I was a student at Frankfurt University, everyone started to teach these interactive research seminars, but there was one professor, an old, elderly philosophy of science professor, who insisted to give a 50-minute lecture where he was talking non-stop, and he was the only one having his lecture at 7 o'clock in the morning. They had to open the university for him because he insisted that the brain is only fresh at this time of the day. Right? And I still remember him, but it was the most old-fashioned teaching approach you could imagine. So how do you think this stuff still fits in your vision of teaching, and how do we strike the balance?
All right, thank you, Prof. I do have a professor who traveled 4 o'clock in the morning to the campus. All right. I said, I'm sorry, Prof, we're not going to, campus because class starts at 8. Now, coming back to your question, I think at my university, I'm not so sure about others, all right, we exercise a flexible time because we have 2 meetings per week, all right? And we have to, we are bound by the student learning time, a few percent here, a few percent there. So what I did, okay, what most of entrepreneurship educators did, okay, the first meeting, solid in the classroom. Our lectures is 1.5 hours. Okay, by the way. So solid 1.5 hours, the first meeting. And the second meeting, okay, we do simulation, we can bring them outside, things like that. So the traditional one, we still keep, or else we have no title as a, professor or what, because professor is known in the classroom. So we keep both, because we have only 2 meetings, okay, and we cater the need to be in the classroom, okay, is compulsory, and the need to be outside the classroom is also, well, in some cases, lecturers make it compulsory, some make it like, optional. So, yeah, I hope I answered your question. All right. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prof. and Dr. Nurazzura. Any further questions from the floor? Yeah.
No, I guess.
Hello. Yeah. It's probably not a very well structured question, but there's 2 concepts I'm really curious to explore. One is the sort of entrepreneurial kind of learning culture kind of concept in an ecosystem, like is what you're kind of highlighting. And I think in Maldives we have the privilege of really piloting these concepts at a whole community or island scale. So like kind of similar to charter city, kind of similar to special economic zones, but like this sort of element, is there some inspiration elsewhere that we can look to when kind of scaling up it from a campus scale, but to a whole community or island scale?
I did not get your question. Can you please repeat? Yeah, you're saying that the inspiration, am I right? You mean my inspiration?
How could a model like that, in the context of a university campus, how can it be scaled up for real world kind of learning research in an island scale? So let's say a population of 500 or 1,000 people.
All right, okay, how do we scale, make it bigger outside the university? Well, as I said earlier, we have partnership, with the banks, okay, with other agencies outside. And when we have a good project here at the university, we want them, to help us to make it, to expand the project. I'm on 2 community projects now. So they contacted me, the Zakat contacted me, say, Dr. Noor, can you and your team help, us? What you have been doing on campus is good, but please extend that, okay, to our community. So partnership is very crucial. All right, I hope I answered that.
I think there's no further questions from the floor as well, and we'd like to thank Dr. Nurazzura for a wonderful keynote address. And as a token of appreciation, I'd like to invite Deputy Vice Chancellor. I'd like to invite the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Shahnaz, who's here with us today as well, to hand over a token of appreciation to the keynote speaker. Thank you.